and welcome to a video by me, Joe94, as I continue Let's Play of Motorsport Managers with Levingston Motors. And we have a political vote here for 12 dry tyres, which I believe is less than normal because we get 15 at the minute. Standings, current rules. Yeah, 15, so we would lose 3 tyres, which would put more focus on tyre wear, but it doesn't really matter to me. You don't go through 12 tyres unless you just race them all in practice. It says it'll benefit us, but next season it might not, because our car's going to be a lot worse in terms of the actual chassis. The parts will always be better. So I'm going to abstain once again. This I really don't care for. It doesn't go through. And again, another vote. I think I'm on 6 now. And I will see you for the Italian Grand Prix, the penultimate Grand. We're here for the Milan Grand Prix in Italy. Now, one thing I have noticed is that our suspension is no longer orange. It's no longer in a really crap category. It's actually yellowy orange, yellowy green, whatever. So it's starting to get up there. In fact, I think our parts this season have made quite a bit of progress judging by these bars. These aren't too low. I mean, gearbox is still 10th, and I've almost finished improving it, which is unfortunate. But we do have better sponsors than Predator, and everything else is better than Predator. So we've got the money. And it looks like they put all their money to improving their gearbox. But of course, we can make up for that in weight stripping, because I think gearbox we've worked on. Yeah, well, this one we have. So this one can get quite good. Obviously now most of my thing is on performance. Still working reliability a little bit, just so I can get some extra weight stripping in. Because performance wise, we haven't got too much to improve now. It's just the brakes, which are not our worst part. Well, they are our worst part here, but Predator's still worse, so we still got a ways to go. So this is good. So this season has been pretty decent. You can't complain at all. The problem that we do have is we need to improve our factory and design centre, but I'm not going to have too much money for that, which is annoying. But it's not. But I have to put the car first. Of course, Engelhardt coming in, getting our highest place finish this season twice. Unfortunately, couldn't get in the top 10 last race. He lost like 5 positions in like one of the last few turns, which was disappointing. But there's only so much you can do. With the car that we have, still he got 11th, which is fine. Unfortunately, this race and the next race both require a good engine. Top speed is important, and we don't have that. So I'm going to guess the next 2 races are going to be pretty poor compared to that. I mean, the odds of us getting another 11th place finish is low, because this race we don't have any decent parts for these. Well, obviously, the high speed corners is stock, but that's the least important part. For these types of races, it's basically your engine. You feel like it's all just on the straight, so we're not going to do too well here. Hopefully, we can beat Predator at the very least. So Engelhardt gets the best parts, and that's what works reliability on. Apart from the engine, but obviously that's because it's got a massive red zone. But next season, this won't have the red zone, because this will be our standard engine. So we'll have this for Engelhardt next season. But of course, I can upgrade this quite a bit. So everything's good to go. We're off to practice. It is the penultimate race of the season. I'm not expecting too much here because the engine is critical, and it is basically quite a few long straights there. So we don't have the speed. Driver skill doesn't matter. Our best tracks are one of those like the last race where it's mostly a lot of turns and top speed isn't that important, because then it comes a lot more down to driver skill. And Engelhardt's one of the best drivers in this league, if not the best one, based on that bar. I'm still looking for a new driver to replace Gomez. I found a few, but they all have some form of drawbacks. So if worst comes to worst, I can just sign Gomez again for another season. I'll see who regens or who comes in next season, because I've got my scouting facility, so I can spot these drivers. But I've got my eye on someone. It's just that he's selfish, and that's something else that's quite negative. So it's going to affect everyone's happiness, but his max ability is like around 100%, so it might be worth it just to have him for a season. I think it's Valdez who Damon will use, so I don't really want to use him because Mode basically copied games for it getting Engelhardt. Although there's not so much you can do obviously in the first season. Everyone's got the same start. But I will see you after practice. So 7th and 9th is our final position in practice. Engelhardt getting slightly better time than Gomez, even though Gomez has the better engine because I'm not remote stripping yet. Of course, I've been able to get level 3 on both racing trim and soft tyres. We'll be using soft tyres for this race, assuming there's no rain here, because it's easily short enough to do so. And we need to race strip. So 7th and 9th, it's not great. Actually, it's perfectly fine. Practice really means nothing because most people don't push their engine and all that. So if you push it in practice, you come high like I am there. Sunny early on, but it is cold, so it's fine for soft tyres. You can push for a while. Rate stripping, you down to 70. Down to 70. 71, seeing as the rest of them 71. 70. I'll risk you to 72 just to get some extra performance there. I'll put you down to 60. No, I'll put you down to 74. Put you down to 72. 150 gearbox. Down to 155 there. And there. So every one of his parts now has passed 100, which is fine. His gearbox needs improving. In fact, all his parts should really improve that suspension alongside this one, because that'll give me a good part next season. It's the problem with only having 2 slots to improve my parts. And I'm having to improve this guy, Engelhardt's, because he's going to have the best parts next season. But my engines are fully maxed out, both of them, so that's fine. Actually, that's what I've gained. No, it's not. Yeah, so that's how much I can improve it by, especially the suspension. No, well. So he's gained... Engelhardt's gained 330 performance. Gomez has gained 90. That's fine. Cast it up. Engelhardt's on 95%, Gomez on 96%. And obviously we're going to have to attack and overtake. That's what everyone does, although I am going to have to put Gomez on a lap less of fuel. Only 21 laps and tyre scuff for, I think it was 12 laps, it said? 12 to 14, so 2 of them can go for like 24 laps easily. So look, the first set probably won't last as long as the second set, because we're going to push harder on the first set. But obviously we can push quite hard with it being low temperature. But enough diddle-daddling. We're no longer in the top grid. Santa Ana and Evans Predator Racing get the top 2 top 2 spots, and Engelhardt and Gomez get the second row. Most people want softs. Santa Ana is conserving the tyres straight away, so we should overtake her. Engelhardt's off to a good start there. Going to overtake Santa Ana easily. Gomez not off to a great start, but he's only dropped 1 spot, so that's fine. That's to Engelhardt as well, I do believe. Of course, that is Evans in front, and I'm pretty sure he's got a worse car, so we should do alright here. Just got to watch out for Chew. Of course, Gomez is going to drop. He always does. Because this is engine heavy, so the odds are we're going to fall back pretty quickly. That's what I'm expecting. So you've got Dreyfus is going to overtake us absolutely easily. And get stuck behind... Well, we're both going to get stuck behind Predator. We've kind of boxed him in there to retake second for now. Won't last. Going into Timber on the outside, and Dreyfus is going to sit right by. Dreyfus setting the fastest lap there. We're sticking on the inside. That's going to give people a room on the outside to overtake us, but Chew's not catching. Dreyfus is going to overtake Evans here. Hopefully slow Evans down so we can overtake Evans. In fact, Evans is going to slow us down to let Marchetta through. And that is Octane Racing in the top 2 spots. Here we go, here we go. We're pushing on Evans here. Come on, Evans. Get past Evans. He's the worst. There we go. Gomez is just falling down and down and down. So we're in 3rd, but Octane Racing are miles ahead. It looks like they might have the best engine in this league. Gomez up into 8th for now. Down into 9th again. Stuck between the Archer cars there. But there's a lot going on actually down here. But Gomez trying to get past Santa Ana. One of the Garuda guys. And he does so. That's good. We should catch Evans now with Gomez. People are starting to turn down their tyres, but I'm going to stay pushing for now. It's only 12 degrees Celsius, so normal will cool down our tyres. Gomez up into 5th, overtaking Evans. Gomez, of course, is still attacking, so that's why he's overtaking people there. Okay. Going to normal engine. We'll stay attacking with your tyres, try and get past Chu. Okay, just clear your tyres now. Garuda are going to catch you because they got the better engine. We've got well ahead of Evans and Santa Ana. That's all I really care about, especially with Gomez. In particular, the Gomez. Dreyfus and Marchetta really going for it there, as you can see. Probably trying to get as big as a lead as possible. Gomez is dropping down because I've told him to cool off his tyres. Second easy with Engelhardt. Engelhardt surprisingly good start again. Maybe the weight stripping's having a good effect here. Because Chu's the Dragon Racing trend, and that's who I want to compete with next season. Because I believe it's them and Archer that are next after Predator. And obviously me. Gomez has overtook someone. Bucamp. Is someone going to overtake us again though? Because obviously he's got the better engine. Gomez push the tyres. That's what Tang is doing. And as you can see, soft tyres are perfectly acceptable for this race. We're going to have plenty of tyre air before the fuel runs out. Garuda now catching Engelhardt. He is going to catch him, of course. We'll attack the tyres temporarily. They're conserving their engines, the guys ahead of us. We're closing the gap on the top 2 here because we're attacking with our tyres. Gomez is falling down. Attack with your tyres. High engine mode. See if that helps. Okay, just push with your tyres for now. If JR wants to pass us, he's going to pass us because they've got one of the best cars in the league. In fact, they've got the best car in this league. So, there's tracks like this where it's engine heavy. It's more about your car than the driver. And cars, tracks where it's a lot more turn-based, a lot more about high-speed corners or low-speed corners. It's more driver skill-based, as well as your car, obviously. But that's where your driver has, because you can defend easier. Like if a car is just faster than you, they're gonna go by you regardless of what you do. But in a lot of turns, that's where your driver skill really has some sort of effect. So there goes Jar there. He finally got up to us. And Gomez is going to pit this lap. 14 laps to go. After pit stop pack conditions. Engine's looking a bit worse for her actually already. he's going to be res on pretty quick. And that's perfectly fine though. So we'll just speed it up. Attack with your tyres because that's what other people are doing. There's only so much you can do though because his engine's poor. So that's Eastwood on there. They've got the second best car on the grid. You're pitting this lap. Did everyone else pit? That's one of the Predator guys. That's pitted. It was Santa Ana that's pitted, that's fine, because Evans is not great. Santa Ana's onto some medium tyres. It's fine by me, because it's 12 degrees and getting colder. So tyre heat is not going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem with the harder tyres, because they're harder to heat up. So you're going to have to push with them more, that's going to affect the tyre wear. Talking with our tyres here, trying to overtake Predator. And Engelhardt comes out in 4th. So he's actually moved up in the pits. This pit crew have done him well there. Gomez up into 10th. Well ahead of Santa Ana and Evans there, so that's fine. People are attacking with the tyres but conserving the engine around us. It's right by both of us actually, because if this is engine heavy and having to conserve their engine, they will go into attacking. Most people are going to mediums here, that's an interesting choice. Only 2 others have come out onto softs, and it's getting colder. So there's going to be a lot of issues with tyre heating with the colder tyres, I think, with the harder tyres. So we can go into normal and cool our tyres down. So this is going pretty well. I'm quite surprised. Yeah, we can call our tyres on normal. Gomez is in a crap car, there's nothing we can do about him. We're not too bothered about him, it's all about Engelhardt and what he can do. Because it means they can't attack more than I can, because I'm going to overheat first, but... Oh, I do have performance boosts. Santa Ana's in 15th, that's not great for us. Right, attack your tyres. In fact, they're not even that far behind Engelhardt, so that's only like 10-15 seconds. Push it to high. 3rd place has a problem. We're going to get overtaken here just because of our engine's just not going to be good enough. Oh no, we defended it. And he's actually easing off his tyre here. Which is fine by me. So 3rd place, Machete has a problem and is pushing his engine, which is not great for him. Defending 4th place here. Going to normal to cool down our tyres, that's what they're doing. The trainer's falling behind Engelhardt because his car's not great either, but what are you going to do? Santa Ana is quite behind Gomez actually. It's quite got up over 15th, so yeah. Just stay normal in your tyres for Gomez. No need to take any risks here until they start to catch up, because they're going to have to attack with the tyres, waste the tyre wear to catch up to us. And then when they have to cool down the tyres, we can push and get ahead again. We don't have to worry about catching Cavalcanti there, it's just staying ahead of Santa Ana. And everything's going to finish last, he always finishes last. To cool it down though, because his engine's not looking great. Gomez is going to have to take a big risk actually with his engine. In fact, you're going to go into low for the rest of the race. A lot of people are doing that though, so it looks like quite a few people are having problems. So it's not going to be too big of an issue, I don't think. 3rd place is really going for it despite the issue. How's the top 3 doing? 2nd and 1st are pitting. Machete is not pitting and still has an issue. See, the mediums there must have been a complete waste. 5th is pitting. We've got a few laps to go, yeah, before we pit. Santa Ana's already pitted, so that's fine for us. Attack, because that's what they're doing. Will we temporarily get 1st place? No, because Machete's not pitting, of course. We might get 2nd though. The last thing we want though is to get stuck in a battle for 2nd, because it's going to slow us down, and it's a fight we can't win. But we are going to go into second place. And it's going to be easy just to let them overtake us if the people that come out of the pits catch up to us. They might get slowed down by the guys coming out of the pits there. She was counting down his tyre wear just now, so that's fine. And he's pitting anyway. Gomez up into 9th. Evans in the pits there. As I'd guess, Matcha is going to have to pit. He is going to pit. Both my drivers on the same amount of fuel here, just about. So I think Gomez is going to pit next lap and then Engelhardt after him. If we're lucky, Gomez can slow these guys down. Manchetta's making a repair. So we're going to temporarily move into first. No rain coming, that's fine. Attack with your tyres, you've got plenty of tyre wear and you pit in next lap. Gomez up into 4th, but of course he's going to have to pit. But it's going to come out in 10th apparently. This might be a good race for us, I don't know, we'll see. To be fair, yeah, we'll go 5 laps of fuel. Engine's just hanging on there. Got Engelhardt's engine starting to have issues. Single place is now really coming for us. Attack with your tyres, might as well. We can afford the tyre wear and the tyre heating. We're trying to defend first place as best we can here. Engelhardt drops into 2nd, but not what we can do. Our car's just too poor. Now below there, looking for the win. Gomez is in the pits. Gomez pit stop is good. Up into 14th. Or 15th. 15th. We've got Giant 3rd with an issue. Excess fuel, but we can't really push. No mistake on Engelhardt's pit stop, he's up into 11th. Well, down into 11th really, but 12th place has an issue. But his car's just too fast for us. In fact, quite a few cars are having issues, so if we get lucky here, there's going to be a few broken down cars. Because our cars are only starting to have issues now. So if we have a few retirees, it's going to be a good race for us here. What's Gomez doing here? Slow it down. 3 laps to go. We're in 12th. Probably going to finish 13th there. We've got quite a gap over 14th. There's a train following ahead of us and people are conserving their tyres. And people have got issues. Cavalcanti and Dreyfus both having issues who are around us, so we might bump up a few places here. Rogers on our tail. Gomez now in the red zone for the engine, which isn't great. Ignore. Both drivers' attacks are getting caught. In fact, Ignore got taken over by Dreyfus, who was having issues. But 14th place is miles behind for now. No. Andrew Gomez down to 17th, can't defend from Rogers. People want to retire. That'd be nice. Oh, Abaloa has finished. We're on the final lap. Gomez attack then. Both drivers attack. Sabato's out of fuel. We overtake 12th place! Dreyfus, I think, might have run out of fuel there. Evans is out of fuel. Don't know where he is. He's in the 20th. We took 12th place at the death. 12th and 17th. For a race where engine is a key component, that is pretty damn good. Dreyfus, I think, went out of fuel right at the end, and that allowed us to overtake him. No retirees, rather unfortunately. But what are you going to do? Once again, we beat Predator and somebody else. Well, no, because Dragon Racing China finished with Engelhardt, but one of our cars beat one of their cars, which is the main thing. So it's progress. Engelhardt in 12th, Gomez in 17th. Of course, there might be wheel breaks here, which would be great if there is. And there is! It's Gerard again from Firebird, going down 2 places, giving Gomez 16th place and another point. Engelhardt gets 9 points, Gomez gets 5. I think we finished 9th overall, though. In fact, no, we finished 8th because we beat Firebird by 1. Did we? No, we didn't. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. They got 13 points. We got 14. So that is pretty damn good. Engelhardt now just 10 points behind Gomez, but with a race to go. But we've easily got 9th here, which is fine by me. Fine by me indeed. Got over double the points of Predator. So for our first season, we've done alright. So once Engelhardt getting a mid-table finish, which for the car that he's got is pretty damn good. Can't complain at all. Morale is up for everyone. Marketability should be up. Engelhardt's focus goes up by 1. New unlock. What's he got now? Soft tyres wear more slowly. We don't really need that this season because obviously our chassis is really good. It was less than $1 million thanks to manager's financial skills and our sponsorship objective. And that is a very good performance. Of course, next season, if we know we can finish 9th, it means we can take a higher objective. No, because she's just going to play back my parts and get more money. And the driver that I was on about, Valdez, unemployed, good at everything apart from fitness, which isn't much of a problem because he'll be there just to get max ability up, as you can see, 100 for now. He's got a full run at plus 10, but it's at least 90% basically. Fortunately, he is selfish, that affects everyone's morale. We won't take team on, which doesn't really matter, and he's spoilt, so we can't get level 2 unlock with him at all. No way. But that's why Engelhardt is the one with Nurse and not Gomez or our future driver. See there, 3-star. Of course, it doesn't mean we get no improvability, which is what we want next season, but that's next season. If you compare that to the best team on the grid, which is what Eastwood, see 1.5 stars each. Garuda, 1.5 stars each. That's like the best you can get. So we've got double the stars that everyone else has got. We've basically got a good Asia Pacific chassis, which is the second league in this game, for free. And Eastwood, they're only on 1 with no base up modifiers. And they're just worse than everything apart from drivers. Which is Garuda, that's the worst apparently. But that's been Motorsport Manager. That was the penultimate race and we did pretty well. Need some no sponsors though. Maybe get some 2-star ones. Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you next time some more. Let's play Motorsport Manager with Levingston Motors.